Welcome to another how-to video with Tjhoko Paint. I am Nadine Vosloo and today I'll be showing you how to stencil with Stencil of Paris. It is a paste and can be used in various ways. I'm going to show only a few of the techniques that can be applied. Stencil of Paris is a magical product as it creates texture and detail on a surface. In Tjhoko, we have a beautiful range of stencils, ranging from very small to very large, depending on the size and the decor style of your project. So you can select something that works for you. I am going to work with this beautiful design. And the first technique I'll be showing is how to apply the Stencil of Paris. On the surface that I've already painted, I'm just simply going to apply the Stencil of Paris without any other tips or tricks. Now I'm doing this on a board just simply to show the technique. Just imagine this was done on a furniture piece, on a wall, on a canvas. The possibilities are endless. So technique 1 with Stencil of Paris is to simply unscrew the lid. Use either a paint scraper or an old credit card and just scoop some paste from the jar and spread evenly onto your surface. You can decide whether you want a very even application or a very artistic application. And by this I mean having rougher and more detailed areas maybe somewhere and not everything perfect. This is completely up to you. So I'm spreading the paste, using my free hand to secure my stencil as I move along with the application. Another piece of advice I can offer is to make sure when you do the Stencil of Paris application, you do it at a time of day when the temperatures are cooling down. So rather late afternoon. You don't want to apply heat on the surface where the Stencil of Paris was applied. You don't want to use a hairdryer. You don't want to put it in the sun. It is a solid that is setting, and if you increase temperatures, cracking will occur. I am done with my Stencil of Paris application, but next I want to smooth it out, and for this purpose I'm going to use an old credit card. So I just make sure that everything is nice, even and smooth before I remove my stencil. So the Stencil of Paris is still wet. I can simply, after I've used my stencil, wash it in water and reuse. My stencil work is complete and it looks absolutely beautiful. Next, I'm going to apply my paint color onto my embossed surface. The color I'm using is simply Superior. Dry paintbrush, dip it in my paint jar, and I'm just going to have fun. Once I have done my first coat, I will allow for my first coat to dry, and then I'm going to apply my second coat. Over here, I have a board that has received its 2 coats of paint. Now remember, I'm doing this on a board surface, but this technique can be applied onto walls, onto furniture, decorative items. So think out of the box. I'm going to now use a 100 grit piece of sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand onto my dry paint. What this will do is it will actually just emphasize the detail and texture on the surface. Next, I'm dusting my sand work. You can sand some areas more if you wish to, or you have now reached the final stage of this technique. Next, I'm going to show you how to alter the color of Stencil of Paris by mixing it with some Tjhoko Paint colors. I have a board that has been already painted with the color Hello Hetty. I'm going to scoop some of the Stencil of Paris paste onto my backing board. And I actually want to change the color of the Stencil of Paris by mixing it with a Tjhoko Paint color. I'll be mixing Sheriff Stone with my Stencil of Paris paste. It is a lovely charcoal color. Color, however, is a personal choice. And in the Tjhoko range, we have a beautiful variety of colors, both classical and modern. So use a Tjhoko color that you like. Next step is not to add too much paint to your Stencil of Paris paste. So just a drop. I use a scraper, paint scraper, to mix this together. So once I've mixed it, I can also decide if I want to manipulate the color more. And the consistency is thick, so it's not too runny. And once again, you can be creative here. If you want an uneven mix of paint and paste together, do that. I've just mixed everything together quite well. I spread my paste onto my painted surface. And now the color is no longer white. It will dry a darker gray. But I have an embossed finish with color on my surface. I have finished my stencil work. I've removed my stencil while the paste was still wet. I've allowed for my board to dry. I have also cleaned my working station. And over here, I have one that is complete and dry and absolutely beautiful. You can leave it as is, or you can add the next step. I'm going to use paintbrush and the amazing nude color called Hello Hetty. Absolutely beautiful. Dip my brush in my paint, and on top of my work that has just been stenciled with paste and Tjhoko paint mixed together, paint a single coat. Once you start Tjokoing, you will never stop. My paintwork is complete, the paint has dried, and now I'm going to sand. So instead of having a white surface coming through, I'm going to have some more darker accents showing up. And I am done sanding. It looks absolutely amazing. If you liked this video, please like it, subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications, and look out for more inspiration. Till next time.